Hey guys, so I know that it can be hard to create content sometimes or even come up with ideas when the creative juices just aren't flowing. So, what do you do when that happens? Here's a creative process that I implement when new ideas just seem elusive. Hopefully, you find some value in this that you can add into your current regimen. And if you have some ideas of your own that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear about them. So, let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so number one on the list is to look where other people won't look. Every opportunity is an opportunity for expansion, meaning new conversations, exposure to new places, new ideas, new thought forms. They all offer us a chance to expand our creativity, to expand just the way that we approach our work. So it's really important to engage with people who have different backgrounds than you, to read books and literature that maybe you wouldn't have gravitated to initially. It's just important to expose yourself to as much as you can. A lot of the times we tend to box ourselves in, copy a lot of the things that we see other people doing, but we don't always have to do things the same way. Look in industries that are different than the one that you currently occupy. They can often be a very good source of inspiration for things that you can incorporate into what you're doing. Like all these different experiences are just additional opportunities for us to find motivation, for us to find inspiration. Expand your level of exposure because all these are opportunities for you to grow as an individual and to grow as a creative. Number two on my list is to give yourself time to process. We really live in this era where everyone wants to be a voice of authority on every subject. And the truth is, we don't know everything, right? We have our way of doing things, and sometimes that works for us and it can work for other people. But it's important to understand that sometimes you have to give yourself time to sit with ideas. It is impossible to be an expertise at everything. So the point is to give yourself a period of intake and really give yourself a period of time to sit with new ideas, new exposures, and really decide how you feel about them, where you stand, really to decide how that is going to inform your work. Number three on my list is to step away. You had a period of time to intake new ideas, to allow them to incubate, and now is the time to really just walk away. I know it sounds kind of counterintuitive. You feel like if you're onto something good, you should just live in that space. But sometimes it helps to just find that source of inspiration, kind of give it time to marinate, and then just walk away from it and allow it to just take shape and form on its own. Often, when we are deep in the middle of something new or interesting to us, we can develop a kind of a skewed perspective. So it helps to step away and give ourselves time to process and really come to new levels within an idea. I think for me, the best way to do this is like once you've been in like a process of just really going at something that you are trying to bring into fruition, is to take a vacation, to organize some time with girlfriends, just to do something that is completely unrelated. And then when you step back into it, you really step back into it with fresh eyes. Now that you've given yourself time to step away from what you thought was an amazing idea, what often happens is that you come back with a different perspective and a shift, and that idea becomes stronger and better. Or another thing that can happen is that you decide that the idea wasn't as great as you thought it was to begin with, and now it's a chance for you to adjust and adapt. So, number four on the list is to adjust and adapt. Don't be rigid. Don't be married to an idea ever unless like you've entered into a certain phase where that is warranted. But definitely in the beginning phases of a new idea, don't be married to what its outcome could be. Make sure the intention is behind what you're trying to create. And if that's there, then all else will follow. The last step is really to just release your idea into the world. Once you've had time to adjust and adapt to your creation, this is the time to release it and allow other people to take joy in it. And that's really it. So here's my process. This is my creative process for being able to produce ideas, whether it's at work or whether it's in my personal life. I hope you guys find some value in it. And if you do, be sure to drop some comments below. Take care.